Hello, welcome back to Planet Park Place, the series that I consider to be the literal embodiment of procrastination. I just had the worst voice crack of my life right there, but I'm gonna leave it in. Last time we left off finishing our coaster. Here we're continuing our hard work by building a little food court. If you've enjoyed this series so far, make sure to leave a like, and if you're new to the series, subscribe. That way you'll know when a new episode comes out. Speaking of knowing when a new episode comes out, might as well just hit the bell so that you get a notification as well. Alright, let's just get straight into it. I was just thinking right now how it took me, how it's almost taken me a year to make 3 episodes for this series, which is a shame because in a couple months Planet Coaster 2 is gonna drop, and when I get my hands on that, I'm gonna continue this series on that game instead. So basically at some point we're gonna have to abandon this park. So yeah, we've done pretty much all of this for nothing, but I am really excited for Planet Coaster 2. I feel like there's gonna be a lot more potential, especially for this series. One thing I hope they don't completely change though is the soundtrack, because I actually love this game's soundtrack. In fact, that's what you're listening to in the background, and I also used one of the songs for my 100th video montage. I hope they keep all the old songs and add some new ones. Anyways, here I thought it was time to build a proper entrance to our knockoff Tomorrowland. So I went for something that was similar to that of Walt Disney World's Tomorrowland entrance, mainly because of the 2 giant spires, or rather the old entrance because they don't exist anymore. They actually used to be waterfalls and now they're nothing, so I didn't know how to not make it look like just a concrete rectangle. So I added these triangular pieces to the bottom, and I'm making the tops pointy and spire-y. I guess you could say I was inspired. Anyway, speaking of Tomorrowland, the one at Disneyland needs an update. It's supposed to be Tomorrowland, not Yesterland. I feel like the theme that the new Downtown Disney is getting would fit Tomorrowland more than Downtown Disney. They're just toying with us at this point. So I added all these futuristic looking thingies to it. I don't know if I overdid it, because instead of looking like an entrance, it kind of looks like a spaceship now. But these are really the only pieces we have to work with to make it look futuristic. That's another thing I hope they add in Planet Coaster 2. Some more futuristic pieces, or sci-fi as they call it. Also, this is completely off topic, but if anybody can beat my mile time, I'll give you a shout out in the next episode. It's 5:31. I guess there's no real way for me to tell if you're lying or not, but yeah. Comment your mile time. I bet you can't beat me. Speaking of commenting, I asked people for name suggestions for my rides, and you guys did not deliver on that, that's for sure. Then again, what did I really expect? But to literally anybody watching this, comment what I should name these rides. Anyways, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit faster because it's literally been the same thing for the past minute. Okay, now we're detailing the little straightaway right before going back into the station, because that is also just a giant concrete rectangle. Or I guess it's technically metal, but doesn't matter, it's the same thing. I don't like how there's a support beam going through the wall like that, and I don't know how to fix it, so I guess it's just kind of gonna be there. Also, I went to SeaWorld San Diego pretty recently. I got to add 2 coasters to my list. I got Emperor and Electric Eel. Emperor is a dive coaster. It's alright. It's a dive coaster. The best part is the actual dive. The rest is just Electric Eel was fun though. I had already been on all the other coasters when I was like 5. No, maybe I was like 7. Yeah, no, I had to have been like 7 the last time we went. It was really fun though. We watched all the shows and stuff. My favorite one was the BMX Blast and the Sea Lion one. At the BMX one of the guys on the scooter crashed, or technically fell, I guess. He was fine, but the show was cool. They played Blink 182 live, and Elias got to take a picture with one of the scooter people. Elias is my little brother, by the way, for any of you who haven't seen the channel yet. Now we're building the indoor queue for the queue. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna decorate this building, but I guess we'll find out in a future episode because I don't do it in this one. To block the sight line here, I used some trees, and also just to add some greenery because it looks a little bit too bland. I took a little break after that recording, and when I came back, my entire station was gone. So I had to rebuild it from scratch. I'll spare you the pain and I'll speed this part up, but just so you know, this was an absolutely painful process. I had to rebuild the entire thing from scratch, and I even added on some more. And in the end, I think it ended up looking better than what it did before. So I guess it worked out in the end. I genuinely don't know what happened because I literally didn't touch it off camera. And even if I had, some bits of it would still be remaining because I'm pretty sure that that building is multiple buildings combined. But in the end, I got it done and it looks better than ever, in my opinion. After that, I took a little look around wondering what I should do next. Because I knew I had a plan, I just kind of forgot it. And then I realized, oh yeah, concessions. So we're gonna build a really strangely shaped concession stand. You'll see why in a second. But realistically, what is a theme park that doesn't have food? I know some people who love food. In fact, one of them is sitting behind me. His name is Elias Taylor. So this is the strange shape that I've accidentally made. This was unintentional, I pinky promise. I soon realized my mistake and instantly fixed it as fast as I could. But what I didn't realize is how much harder it'd actually be to do that, because now I have to wrap the building around the track. I then decided to make it look a little more under construction, unfinished, kind of, with these red steel thingies. Despite our little oopsie at the start, I am pretty happy with the finished product. Well, actually, it's still not really finished, even after this recording is over, so we'll probably finish it in a future episode. I am pretty happy with the way this land is coming along, and we did have a bit of a bumpy start, you know, with the entire station deleting itself, but we still got a long way to go. Here I'm just putting some signs for advertising. And speaking of advertising, you should subscribe to the Park Place Adventures if you haven't, because I upload shorts pretty frequently, and I think they're not that funny, but they might be funny to you. I also have a TikTok, which I have a link to in my bio, so if you have TikTok, just follow me on there too. Yep, that was an absolutely shameless plug. Anyways, going back to the actual gameplay here, we're making this little area like a staging area to bring in imported items, you know, for the food. I actually don't know exactly what I was going for here, but I think it looks pretty cool. We're nearing the end of the recording, so we're just adding some finishing touches here to make it look a little bit better. Like, for example, adding a giant turret to the top of the tower, just in case anyone tries to steal the food. I know a few people who would do that, not naming any names. There's 2 people, their names start with an E. Anyways, we're just adding some finishing touches to this building, making it look a little bit more futuristic, adding some greenery to finish it off, because, you know, it got deleted for some reason. Then we're adding a little bit more, and I think that's pretty much the end of the episode. As always, thank you so much for watching, and once again, remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell and comment and do all the things that help out the algorithm, because the way the YouTube algorithm works is one of the greatest mysteries known to mankind. But that being said, what should I build next? What should I name these attractions? What should I name all these restaurants and concessions and things? I'd love to know your thoughts and your ideas in the comments below. My name is Alex Taylor, and I'll see you in the next Planet Park Place episode. Enjoy the rest of this ride through of this unnamed coaster. See you later.